Okay, for lab this week, you're going to do two exercises relating to transcription and translation. Here's a little bit of information about DNA, and this is actually really good. It says there are segments of DNA called genes. I did some other videos where I went through all this with you, and your outline goes through this as well. It does give you a little extra information as far as telling you how long. It says some of the It says in humans, the smallest gene is 252 nucleotides long, whereas the largest is more than 2 million. Um, yeah, that's the small one. That's actually pretty small. But what you're going to do, download your sheet. There's no flash items as far as no animations this week. And anyway, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to do two exercises with transcription and then translating. Here is the section of DNA, and I will check one more time before I release this, but all of these boxes should align with that particular strand. So you're going to fill in a complementary strand of DNA based on this particular example. So in other words, opposite the A, you're going to put a thymine. Opposite the T, which is thymine, you're going to put an adenine, and so forth, and fill that in. And the next step, you'll actually transcribe it. Excuse me. You're going to transcribe it. In other words, you're going to take whatever this section of DNA, when you fill it in, you're going to make a strand of messenger RNA. The only difference being, remember, when messenger RNA is synthesized, uracil is used instead of thymine. And then down here, now, what you want to do, I gave you this codon chart. So you're going to use this particular chart, and then you're going to translate the messenger RNA strand. You're going to put the codon here and then whatever the corresponding amino acid. Like codon number 1, if we did this correctly, it should be MET, and it would be AUG as the codon. So you're going to fill the AUG here, and the amino acid would be MET. All right, you're going to do that twice. This is a different strand. You're going to fill in a complementary strand of this, and then transcribe that into messenger RNA, and then fill in the chart. And it should add up. It should be even. These boxes look a little long, but that should actually count with the number. And that's what you're doing this week in. That's what you're doing this week in lab. And while I'm thinking of it, I know I have these. These are just a bonus. I'm just adding some bonus points to your quizzes, and I'm trying to do those after you take your quiz. As I'm getting them, I'm trying to keep up with all that. But this is on page 6 of the bonus lesson. There's a great little animation on how transcription works here.
Cells use DNA to store information.
And then down here, there's another great one on translation using that chart. I really like this chart because it gives the abbreviation, but it tells you proline, and then lysine. So, and I just realized, I guess I could put it in here, but I wanted to put this in the other video. So lysine is a famous amino acid. There's a scene in Jurassic Park where they're talking about trying to figure out what they're going to do. The dinosaurs have gotten loose, and one guy says, "Hey, we can sort of do the lysine contingency," and that is actually next. It's really short, if you don't mind watching this.
Command that Nedry used. He's covered his tracks far too well. And I think it's obvious now that he's not coming back. So, shutting down the entire system.
You can get somebody else because I won't do it.
Shutting down the system is the only way to wipe out everything that he did. Now, as I understand it, all the systems will then come back on their original startup mode. Correct?
Theoretically, yes, but we've never shut down the entire system before. It may not come back on at all.
Will we get the phones back?
Yes, again, in theory.
What about the lysine contingency? We could put that into effect.
What's that?
That is absolutely out of the question.
The lysine contingency is intended to prevent the spread of the animals in case they ever get off the island. Dr. Wu inserted a gene that creates a single faulty enzyme in protein metabolism. The animals can't manufacture the amino acid lysine. Unless they're completely supplied with lysine by us, they slip into a coma and die.
People are dying.
Anyway, so basically he's saying that without lysine, their metabolism shuts down. And you can kind of see why. It is a movie, only Star Wars is real. But yeah, lysine, if they're lysine deficient, can't make proteins, and then their metabolism would shut down and they would die. Okay, I hope this video makes sense, and email me if you have any questions.